And the Supreme Court was asked to look at two different things here, two cases that effectively did the same thing. They would have made him hand over financial records, tax returns from banks and accountancy firms. One case was a number of committees in the House of Representatives, one of those committees looking at whether he owed money to a foreign entity or foreign government that would have given them leverage over him. The other case, the District Attorney of New York, looking into those allegations that hush money payments were made to women who alleged they'd had affairs with him before the 2016 election. Now, Donald Trump always said he was immune, should have been immune from these subpoenas, that as a president they didn't have legal authority to do it. What the Supreme Court has said on that New York case is that he's not immune, he's no different to any other American. But what they've done crucially is throw it back to the lower courts to decide again and give him a chance to make more representations. So in effect, putting this way beyond November's election, of course, which is what a lot of people are most interested in about this. On that congressional case, they're saying also it should go back to the lower courts because the request was too broad and they need to tighten that up. Not surprisingly, Donald Trump has responded to those decisions from the Supreme Court.
The rulings were basically starting all over again, sending everything back down to the lower courts, and you start all over again. And so from a certain point, satisfied. From another point, I'm not satisfied because, frankly, this is a political witch hunt, the likes of which nobody's ever seen before. It's a pure witch hunt. It's a hoax, just like the Mueller investigation was a hoax that I won, and this is another hoax.
Of course, the idea of a witch hunt is something he's used continually during his presidency. He is the first president since Richard Nixon not to release his tax return. That's always been controversial. If these details had been handed over, and there was no guarantee they would be made public by any means, but it could have been politically, potentially very explosive ahead of the November election. It won't be now, but it is something that could still come back to haunt the president.